Okay, so today we're gonna start a new unit called 冶炼. 冶炼 in English means I think means forgery. Okay, so processing metals, making metals and processing metals. Okay, 这个冶炼. So we're gonna learn a lot of stuff a lot of product that is the end result of that process. Okay, so first one is 钱. Now 钱 is pincers, pliers, clamps, that kind of thing. Okay, is called 钱. Okay, and so this just remember that I think I mentioned to you guys before that language is pretty much culture dependent, and so language is actually it try to conceptualize the stuff or happening in the actual world. And so when people do that, first thing they have to do is they have to categorize or scope the thing that they are trying to conceptualize. Now that process in different culture will be differently, and so in other words, that they would. For example, in this case, right? So we talk about, so in the Chinese character, they have a character called a qian. Now qian has to describe a certain type of tool. Okay, now when Chinese does that, they have their own ideas of how they want to categorize these type of tools. Okay, and but that would be different from how the Anglo-Saxon people, the people who speak English, would categorize these tools. Okay, and so there will be no like one-to-one perfect match of those conceptualizations. Okay, so this is something that you have to remember. So the thing that we Chinese call qian, includes things like in English they were called pincers, pliers, grip, and clamps. Okay, but in Chinese they all called it qian. And so basically, qian is a type of metal tool that will pinch and hold things. Okay, those things called qian. Now, because these things are holding things, so metaphorically, they also use this character to mean to mean limit, to mean control, to mean constrain other non-physical things. For example, organizations, processes, things like that. Okay, human processes, not physical things. All right, makes sense. So this is 钱. Next one, 定. 定means the first meaning of this thing means spindle. Okay, a spindle is a spindle that when you making threads out of cotton, right, and then the cotton thread needs to be wound up on a thing. Okay, and that rotating thing that where threads will be wound on, that's called a 定. Okay, and also that when you making clothes, and so you will have to pull that thread out of that thing. Okay, so that thing that spins around, that's called a 定. Okay, this is one of kind of 定 that's called a 沙定. Okay, now there are other type of 定, which means basically a metal block. Okay, and these are called ding. For example, in old times, there's money like they use gold and silver, right, to for money, and so there will be 金锭, 银锭, okay, 金锭银锭. So that means just a block of metal. That's called a ding. Okay, and also then there's any type of thing that resembles a ding, which means basically a clump of things, a block of things. It's called a ding. So in Chinese medicine, sometimes the medicine, the shape of medicine will be a block of things, and then they will call them 药定. Okay, so this is a ding. So this thing, here, let's say slabs, cakes, and tablets. You see that, and so basically these are things that a block of things. The shape could be like a flat, like a tablet, or like a cake, or like a slab, or like a cube. But they can also all call it ding. Okay, so this is ding. Next one, 度. Du means plate, plate, coat, gilt, which means it's a process, chemically or electrochemically, to put one layer of some kind of metal onto another metal. Okay, so that process called 镀. That process is called 镀. Now this character, and this character, if you look at the character, okay, you can see that that goes with the metal radical. That's obvious. And the other character is 度. Now 度 has the meaning of another character means 度 with the water radical. So that means go across, okay, carry something over, okay, that's the meaning. So they use this thing to mean that I'm gonna carry another metal onto, carry one metal onto the other metal, okay. So that's the meaning, okay, 度, all right. I think we forgot to look at the characters. So if one is 定, right, 定, 定 now. On the right hand side, that thing means stable, okay, means stable and solid, okay. That's the that's the meaning of that right hand side character. So that would be obvious, right? See, because this thing is basically means a metal block. That's what it means, okay. The metal block could be pretty much any kind of shape, okay. So this is thing. And 钱. Now 钱, let's take a look at the 钱. Now 钱 on the right hand side is 干. 干. Now 干 is what it means. 干means you're holding something in your mouth. That's the meaning of 干. Okay, and so that's obvious because 钱, that tool, is using some kind of metal tool to hold down something. Okay, make sense? Okay. Next one, let's go back to what we study, continue. So next one is 锻. Okay, 锻 means forge metal, okay. So it's a process of what? Of hitting the metal, right? You burn it hot and make the metal soft, and then you hit with a hammer to shape the metal into things that you want, okay. Now, it's not only shaping the metal, it's also actually changing the metal characteristics also, okay? Making the metal become more hard, more bendable, that kind of characteristics, okay? This is called a forged metal. In Chinese, called 锻, okay? Called 锻. Now, let's take a look at that. So on the right-hand side is the character 锻. Now, 锻, the character on the right hand side, 锻, has the meaning of hammering, okay? Hammering, called 锻, And so now this with the metal radical on the left, I mean literally this thing means that hammering metal. Okay, so this is 断. Next one, 熔. 熔 means melting metal. Okay, fuse, melt metal, and then pour the metal into some kind of mold. Okay, and the 熔 is 熔 means the melting metal, that process. Okay, that process called the 熔. Now, if you look at the character, you can see that goes with the fire radical instead of the metal radical. Okay, that's obvious because we are talking about melting the metal, that process, not the metal itself. Okay, so it goes with the fire. And then on the right hand side is 熔. 这个熔 means containing, means container. Okay, means container, means container. So that's also very obvious because this is the process by melting the metal into some kind of liquid, right? Once have done that, they have to pour into some kind of container. Okay, and also 熔 is because oftentimes it's not a pure single metal. Oftentimes it's an alloy. Okay, it's several type of metal and minerals together. Okay, and so they have to contain each other. Okay, it's called 熔. Yeah, makes sense. So that's 熔. Next one, 铸. 铸 is the ending process of that 熔. Okay, because you 熔 the metal, and then the metal becomes hot liquid, and then you have to pour that hot liquid metal into some kind of mold. Now that process, the later process, is called 铸. Called 铸. It's cast metal. Okay, mint coin. That kind of process called 铸. So let's take a look at the character. So this one, and you can see the oracle bone character. Oracle bone character. It's literally, you can see that it's two hands holding a container, and that container is upside down, and at the bottom has another container, and there's something in it. You see that? And so this is literally, that's a picture of that process, right? You pour the melting metal into some kind of mold to make something. Okay, I mean that's what it is. Okay, and then of course later on it gets fancy, and then later on they added the metal radical on the left. Okay, so that's how the character evolved. So this is 铸. Next one, 也. Okay. Now 也 is 也 means what? Means melting the metal, smelt the metal, fuse the metal, cast the metal. So that's actually combine the 熔 and the 铸 together. Okay. If you want to talk about that the entire process, you're gonna use this character. Okay, this thing 也. Okay. Now this 也 has another meaning. Another meaning is that you referring to usually woman. Okay, referring to woman wearing like heavy makeup and dressed extravagantly, and the purpose of that is try to seduce. Okay, so you seductively dressed up and put up heavy makeup. Okay, so that kind of thing is called 也. Let's see, 妖也也不. So there's quite many characters like here, 妖也, right? So 妖也, see, 妖也, right? 妖也, 妖 means 妖 means that that woman is seductively beautiful. That's what it means. Okay. So that's another meaning of this character. Okay. Now, I'm not sure I know the connection between the metal process year and this seductively heavy mega year, the relationship between the two. I'm not sure, but this character has these two meanings. Okay, let's take a look at the character itself. So this one, you can see that you can see, and you can see that this oracle bone character. You can see here's the fire. Okay, on the lower left corner, and on top of the fire there are two strokes. Okay, so that means that they are using the fire to try to melt the metal. Okay, melt the metal. And now on the right hand side, that's a knife. Okay, that's a knife. So, and put them together, so you can see that this is they're trying to say is, okay, we're gonna use the fire to melt the thing. Okay, and melt the thing. Eventually, we're gonna make metal, make a metal knife. Okay, and so they use that the picture to describe the process and the end result to conceptually describing that process. Okay, called a ye. Okay, next one, lian. 炼 means what? 炼 means refine, smelt, refine a metal. Okay, so 冶炼 冶炼. So 冶炼 is a combined word. Okay, now 炼, just remember 炼 means refine and purify the metal. So they will go through melting the metal, hammering the metal, all this kind of entire process. The purpose is to get rid of the impurity, okay, and to change the characteristic of that material, okay, and that process is called the 炼, okay, called the 炼, and so this is a refine. Now, because of that refine, that the refinement, the process, the purpose of that. So this character often used metaphorically to referring to people's growth characteristics. In other words, 锻炼, 修炼. For example, 锻炼 means exercise, okay, making one's body stronger, right? 修炼 means work on one's character, okay, make one emotionally and psychologically more mature and healthy. Okay, that kind of process called 修炼. All right, and so this is because they're trying to say that this is like metaphorically comparing to the process of refining metals. This is refining a person. Okay, so this is 炼. Next one. Oh, hold on. Let's take a look at the character itself. Now, this one, you can see that, again, it goes with the fire radical instead of the metal radical, because this is not referring to the metal, but referring to firing process, okay? On the right-hand side is 剪, okay? Now, 剪 has meaning of what? Meaning of choice, meaning of choosing, okay? 剪 means, for example, like you are 请柬, that's another, that's an invitation notice, okay? So that means invite somebody, you have to choose somebody to invite, right? And also it means like recommending somebody to someone, and that also has a choosing meaning in it. So they use that 剪 to put it here to mean that, okay, this is a firing process, but it's a process of choice, right? We're gonna keep something, and we're gonna get rid of something, get rid of the impure stuff that we don't want. Okay, so this is 炼. Next one, 锯. 锯 is saw. 锯 is saw. That's the cutting tool, right? Cutting tool. Saw. Yeah, that's obvious. Here I got some pictures of saw. This is the traditional Chinese carpenter saw, okay? And this is called more kind of modern saw, okay? And this is the modern chainsaw, okay? So this character means saw, all right? Let's take a look at the character. So this one you can see goes with the metal radical, and then on the right hand side is ju. Now ju also of course representing the sound, but in meaning, ju means living, means somebody living inside a house. Okay, living inside a house. Now why ju? This is because when you're cutting a metal, that you have to the metal the saw blade goes into the wood, right? So it looks, I mean, it feels like the blades living inside inside the cutting theme, right? Okay, so that's why. Okay, they use that 锯 here. So this is 锯 锯 saw. Next one, 锉 锉is the metal file. Okay, file also is used as verb, means filing. Okay, means filing. This is type of tool that is a metal tool, but the surface has a fine grooves, very rough fine grooves, and to use to file things, to make things flat and shape things like that. Okay, so this is called 锉 is 锉. Okay, and let's take a look at the character itself. So this one you can see on the right hand side is the character of 坐. Now 坐 has meaning of sit down, okay, and sit down and very stable and very comfortable, has that kind of meaning. Okay, now so why use that 坐 is because the 坐 process is what is trying to smoothly, gradually, stably, and get the part that you don't want, get rid of the part that you don't want, and make the final product smooth and into the shape that exactly you want. Okay, so 这个错 and okay, and now and 错 it's here. Let's say, hold on, let me see. It's here. Okay, 错. Now, this thing, it's actually original meaning. The very original meaning of this thing is a tiny little. Okay, it's a small 锅, a small wok. Okay, that's the original meaning of this character. So it's a small metal container. It's a small metal container. Okay, so if you look at the character, and you can see that here is it looks like that. Okay, it's a small metal container, and they use this 坐, right? Now 坐, if you look at the 坐, is basically like two person sitting on the dirt. Okay, that's the thing. Now this and because the character, original character, is referring to that small container, metal container, and they wanted this small container will be stably standing, okay, and like a person sit down. Okay, so that's why they use this 坐. Now, and later on they use this character to referring to file and that. Okay, next one, let's see. Next one is 凿. 凿means chisel, means peck at something, chisel something. 凿. So this character also, so over here, lots of characters that they both used as the thing and also as a verb. Okay, doing something with that tool. Okay, so 早 is such a character. So 早 means the tool itself, also means using the tool, that process. Okay, so 早 means chisel. Okay, pack bore, pierce, basically using a metal tool to make a hole. Okay, make a hole. It's called a 早. Okay, and here I got a, this is a carpenter chisel. Okay, this is a carpenter chisel, different sizes, right? And now, and another meaning of this character means authentic, irrefutable, authentic and irrefutable. So 确凿, 确凿 is the common words with this meaning. Okay, 确凿, I think 在那里 right here, 确凿. Okay, 确凿 like irrefutably, surely. Okay, 确凿. Okay, all right. So now this is why they use that to mean irrefutable and surely. I think this is because they want to say we got evidence. Here's the evidence, which means see there's a hole right here. Okay, somebody bored a hole. Okay, so this thing must have happened and irrefutable. Okay, so that's the meaning. That's why they always use this 早 to say to refer to a conceptual, abstract concept like irrefutable. Okay, sure. Hold on. Let's look at the character itself. Okay, so this one, we can see that it looks like, so again, bottom is the jing, is the metal radical on the bottom. Okay, on the bottom, and on the right hand side is a hand holding onto some kind of stick, some kind of tool. Okay, and the right hand and the top left corner, okay, top left corner of that thing is the 早. Okay, is the 早. Now that top right left corner is the part that actually referring to that tool. Okay, you can see that you can see the character. It's a picture right here. You see that the little metal stick right here, and here's the thing that is trying to bore the hole with. Okay, so right here, and so this part is the simplified version. So the original character is like that. Which is quite complicated to write, and so the simplified version, they took the top left corner part, and because this is the most essential part of that character, so they just get that and get rid of everything else to simplify it. Okay, so you can see that the top, I mean this thing is basically, you can see like a hand holding there, and this is the chisel, and the chisel is actually already bored a hole into the thing. Okay, so this is 早. Next one is 刨. 刨 is carpenter's plane. Okay, it's carpenter's plane. It's also used as a verb to mean playing, playing that process. Okay, so carpenter's plane. Okay, let's take a look at the character. So this one, you can see that it has the knife radical on the right. Okay, that's obvious. And on the left hand side is the character 刨. Okay, now 刨 means it makes sense because the planing process is shaving the surface layer of a thing, right? To shave it off. Okay, so as if like what? As if that the layer that shaved off is like a layer that 包住, right? Which means like a bag wrap around the thing. Okay, and that's why they use this 包 over here. So which means that I'm using a knife to shave off what's what 包在一个东西外面的东西。 Okay, so that's why it has a 包 over here. Next one is 刨. 刨 means peel off, peel with the knife is called 刨. Okay, for example, you 刨 like you okay, so this is not very happening in United States because the fruit is usually like it's safe to eat. Okay, there's not much like chemical residue on the skin, but once in China that was not so, and so there will be quite many chemical residue on the skin of the fruit, and so for safety, so Chinese, when they want to eat a fruit, usually they will use a knife to kind of peel the outer skin off. Okay, and that process is called a 刨. Okay, peel with the knife. Okay, and also 刨 means what? Means dig, means excavate. Okay, like 刨一个洞啊，刨一个洞啊, which means basically get rid of things, right? Off a surface. Okay, and so because of that, it also means what? Means minus, means excluding, means not counting something. Okay, and so for example, like 15天刨掉6天就剩下9天. So in that sentence, that means 16 days. If I 16 days minus 6 days, well, 9 days remaining. Okay, so this is a 刨坑. That means you are trying to dig a hole. Okay, it's called a 刨坑. 刨花生. 刨花生, that means you are trying to dig out the peanuts. Okay, the peanuts grow under the in the ground, right? So it's called a 刨. Okay, next one. 锹. 锹 is a shovel, spade and shovel. Okay, so it's this kind of thing. Okay, it's called a 铁锹. 锹. This tool, this tool they use to what? To dig the dirt. Okay, dig dirt. And 铁锹, okay, used to dig out dirt. Okay, it's called 锹. Let's take a look at the character. So this one on the right hand side is the character 秋. Now 秋means autumn, means fall. Okay, now in China, fall is the harvest season. Okay, and when they harvest rice and harvest wheat. So when they harvest that, and then they oftentimes they use this chow very often. Okay, in that season because they have to, the rice they have to, they have to sight. Okay, they have to like basically sun dry under the sun, and then they use the cho to gather them again. There are many work have done. Okay, using this tool, so that's why they use this cho over there. Okay, next one is 除. Now 除 is hoe. Okay, or work with the hoe as as verb. 除. Okay, here's those different type of 除. Okay, so it's you can have a flat blade like this, or like a 3-prong blade like this. Okay, 4-prong blade like this. Okay, this is called a 杵. This type of things are called a 杵. Now, because 杵 means oftentimes they use this tool to what? To weed. Okay, to get rid of the weed, unwanted weed, and so also has the meaning of get rid of. Okay, eliminate, uproot, wipe out, eradicate. Okay, so they use this character to mean this type of meaning. Okay, this is called 杵. Let's take a look at the character. So this one on the right hand side is 注. 注, of course, representing the sound. Now, 注 has the meaning of what? Meaning of help. Okay, help. Now, why this help? So you remember what you use this tool for, to get rid of the weed, right? So once you get rid of weeds, it will help the crop to grow better. You see that? You see the help over here? Okay, so that's why they use this 注 to create this character. Okay, next one. 镐. 镐 means pickaxe. Okay, 刨, pickaxe. It's this type of thing. Okay, this type of thing is called a 镐. Okay, pickaxe. All right, and then let's take a look at the character. So this one, you can see that it has 镐 on the right hand side. Representing the sound, of course. Now, so originally this character, let's see, this character, the very original meaning of this character is a container that for heating things up. Okay, for warm things up. Well, then that's why they use metal. Okay, because they can withstand higher temperature. So that's the meaning. Okay, that's the original meaning. So this is why they have a 镐 over here. Okay, so which means what? Which means when you try to warm things up, right, the temperature will go higher. Okay, so that's 镐. All right. So but later on they use this character to refer to pickaxe. Okay, originally that it says right here 温器. See, a container for heating things up. Okay, 镐. Next one, 铲. 铲 means shovel, spade. Okay, shovel and spade. And this is 铲. Now, 铲 and 锹 and 锹, 铲 and 锹, it's very similar. Now, when you say 锹, means this thing usually is bigger, okay, and 锹is working with the dirt. Okay, so when you say 铲, not necessarily, usually does not limited to work with dirt. Usually is work with a lot of things. For example, this 铲 is for preparing food. Okay. 锅铲, okay, for preparing food. Okay, so 铲, the purpose of 铲 basically is to pick things up or to shave things off to make it smooth. Okay, so this is 铲. Okay, and let's take a look at the character itself. So this one, you can see on the right hand side is 铲. Okay, now 铲 means produce. Okay, means make something happen. Okay, this is called a 铲. Now, because this 铲 is a working tool, right? It's a working tool, and so 铲 has a meaning of work, making things. Okay, and so I think this is 铲. It's a tool. It's for making things. Okay, that's what they use this thing. Okay, so this is 铲. All right, and that's it for today. Happy learning. Bye bye.